There you go. 05, 06. He wasn't touching
Yeah,
it.
he's not. No, he's not.
Like, I'm going, are you kidding? Yeah, that's a home car.
This one scrapes?
Yeah.
Yeah, all the
Just like you
scrapes.
said.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do right now.
That's the worst one. Dude, that was I didn't tell you that was the worst.
It was the worst.
The Colorado was
Control and the other systems in the other vehicles. That's one thing. We want to compare those systems, and then two, we want to compare departure, approach, and breakover angle of the vehicles. And what we did is, see this big piece of plastic? We actually mounted this in the hitch receivers of all these trucks. Why? Because the angle is so low on some of these that they're really going to be damaged if we were to do it on a regular basis. So the plastic is taking the damage. You'll hear it. If you're hearing something, that's a bad thing. All right, so first thing, we're going to bring the Chevy. Les is going to drive it. There's no system like trail control offered by Chevy. So what you're seeing is controlled driving. That's all Les's skill. So unless you have someone like Les as a professional driver driving the truck, it's going to be pretty bad. So you can see this open articulation loss, nice and controlled. But again, this is all him controlling throttle and brake. As he comes up, that approach angle is pretty low. It's almost scraping the air down. Let's hear the back. Ouch, that's the ditch right there. As he comes up, you put a little golf ball with a bell on it. If anything that's hanging underneath the frame rails is going to hit. As he comes over, stop it right there, Les. He just rang the bell. If you want to come closer, you guys can take a look. Take a look at what's hanging underneath the frame rails. Right, you got that skid plate that kind of covers the transfer case. You also have the crossover pipe for the exhaust. You also have the e-brake. All this stuff is hanging low. Just replace that bell with a rock or a log, and what are you doing? You're hitting all of that really valuable equipment. We don't want to do that, right? You can come on over left. Approach angle. Let's take a look at the bumper. What is it made out of? Plastic. Why? Well, take a look at. Ouch. And we've got 20 of those for the rest of the tour because we're going to be replacing them. Now the manufacturer has stated if you're going off-road, you must take the air dam off. That's 19 hex bolts before you go off-road. And then, you heard that, right? That's another little bit of damage. And then you have to replace the air dam. Why? Because you're going to overheat. That air dam is really to bring air to cool the engine. So who's going to do that? And it's all top mounted hex bolts. Thank you, Les. Pretty cool. Doing this. All he's doing is holding the steering wheel. It's a vacuum-based system. It completely locks the brakes and then releases. That's why you get this herky jerkiness. Does that seem fun to you? My God, you all right there, Tim? No. No. And they do have a good approach angle, so they're not going to hit here. He's going to come up and he's going to show, of course, the departure angle when he comes. Go ahead and climb up. Let's see if you hear something with this plastic. Ouch. There's some damage there. Come on up. Yeah. See if anything's hanging underneath the frame rails? Absolutely. Did you ring the bell? Yes. What is it?
We need more cowbell.
Look at the exhaust. Look at the exhaust pipe. What else? There's a little plate that covers the transfer case, but it's mounted directly on the transfer case. It's not connected to the frame at all. It's like wearing a hat and saying, I'm going to drop my head down. Right? Is that going to help? No, it's going to be some damage there. So come on down, Tim. Approach angle is good. You're going to hear something maybe on the departure angle. Yep, there you go. Some damage there. Thank you so much. You guys getting an idea here? So that vacuum system, it's not as refined as just the steering. Look at how smooth it is. No jerkiness. Because we're able to control each of the brakes separately. So it's much more refined off-roading experience. Our approach angle is good. Departure angle is good. I can probably guarantee we're not going to scrape anything. Nope. Come up. If you could stop all the way up at the top, Scott, that would be appreciative. And right here, are we hitting? No bell ringing.
No bell ringing.
Take a look. Everything is nicely tucked underneath the frame rails. All the important equipment, no damage. Everything's kind of shrouded. If there's a skid plate there, everything's good. Go ahead, Scott. Approach angle is great. No scrapage on the front dash plate, even though it's pretty extensive there. And then, of course, no scrapage on the rear.
Very nice.
Enough said.